Hello friends, and welcome to another video. Welcome to part 2 of the Q&A. I hope you guys enjoyed the last one. I want to apologize because I know that the editing was kind of rough. I literally just wanted to get it up as fast as I could because I've been so bad about putting up YouTube videos. But today it's Thursday, March 15th, I think. I could be wrong. I don't even want to check because I already have the questions pulled up and scrolled to the top. But this is going to be, like I said, part 2 of the Q&A. These are going to be more personal and general questions, which I personally think is way more fun. But yeah, let's get to it. First question, when did you start seriously weight training and transforming your body into that lifestyle? So I guess it's kind of fitness, but it's kind of personal. I'm just throwing it in here because I think it's a good one. So I started, I would say, seriously weight training the summer after my sophomore year of college. So that is almost 3 years ago. Before that, I, for sports, had to do like some weight training. And then like the spring of my sophomore year, I started like going to the gym and lifting, but like I literally had no idea what I was doing. I kind of started going to the gym. Before that, I had been recovering from my eating disorder, so I wasn't training at all. And it wasn't until after I like was doing very well recovery-wise that I started weight training. But yeah, it was the summer after my sophomore year where I like got an LA Fitness membership and started going to the gym and like following a training split. Hey Hux, we have a guest. And started going to the gym and like following a training split, which my dad actually helped write for me. He like trained me in high school for like track and ice hockey as well. So he like knows what he's doing in that area and he like helped me out. Ever feel sad or lonely working from home? I do online school and sometimes I feel so depressed and alone. So honestly, that is a big reason why I moved. I am someone, can we just take a second? What are you doing? I'm someone who like, I need my alone time to recharge, but I'm also very, very extroverted, and I've always my whole life, when I spend a lot of time alone, like excess, like days alone, I get like super depressed. So for me, now that I have roommates, it's been really, really great. One of my roommates does work a lot from home, but her business partner obviously doesn't live here, so she's gone a lot, which is like where she is today. My other roommate has an office, so she goes there. So I am alone a lot during the day, but I think at night I have my roommates like to kind of like chill, and it's honestly been so good because I'm someone who when you work for yourself, like I have like 14-hour work days, and I think a lot of people think I like just dink around. I don't. But I was kind of in a routine where I was literally just like working and working and working and then like sleeping a few hours and then working and working and working. So having roommates has been really good just for mentally me like being around people and having people to talk to. And two, it's just been great for kind of like they'll be like sitting watching TV or something at night, and so it kind of makes me like take a step back and just like chill, which I've been really bad at. In terms of like advice I would have for you maybe is like when I did live alone, I made a big effort to like go meet up with people, and like just reach out to people and ask them to do things and stuff like that, because I think it is hard to be alone like 24/7. It's good to have people to talk to. I got so many questions about California, so I'm just gonna go through and like try to answer them all. So my favorite and least favorite part about living in California, which I think is funny, I'm getting all these questions now because I've lived here for like 5 years. But my favorite part is honestly the weather. Like I take it so for granted, but whenever I like went home for Christmas or I like see people in snowstorms, I'm like, wow, I am so freaking grateful. So the weather's probably my favorite. The two things I don't like, one, traffic's bad, not as bad as in like LA or something, and it's much more spread out. But I think that's my other least favorite part is like everything is so spread out that, like one, when I was in college, like you couldn't get by without a car, and you put a lot of miles on your car, and everything is very expensive, so gas sucks. But yeah, it's just, I think everything's like very spread out, so if you want to go do stuff, like you have to be in your car a lot, and things are expensive too, so Oh, damn it. It's really annoying when you have a lot because you have to go to the top and go, and I have to do this all the way. Okay. There we go. Next California question. Okay, so the next California question was, how is it adjusting to California traffic and prices? So, again, like I said, I've lived here for a really long time, so I came out to California for college. I grew up in Chicago, for those of you who don't know. My parents and I kind of like, my parents really wanted me to go out of the Midwest for college, actually. They were like, when else is a better time to like experience other parts of the country? I had no intention of staying in California. I didn't think I would love it as much as I did, but that's kind of like what I had my heart set on, and I ended up getting a scholarship to the college I really wanted to go to, so I went there. But in terms of like being an adult here, I think I had it easy in that like I never got used to like Midwest prices on stuff or like traffic and that kind of thing. I like talk to my friends and they're paying like basically to live like the same lifestyle, besides being in California, that I live like literally half as much as I have to pay every month, which it sucks, but it's also a blessing that like I graduated from college and kind of was thrown into the world of California and the prices and stuff, and that's all I've ever really known. So I never really had to adjust. But I think the biggest adjustment for me when I first moved here was just kind of like the overall lifestyle and just people. I think on one hand, people are much more like laid back than where I'm from, and things are a lot slower paced, which kind of balances me out because I'm like a go type person. But there's also just people aren't as like kind as they are in the Midwest. So that kind of took some getting used to, but I've been here for 5 years, so I'm very adjusted. Where do I generally shop for workout tops? Literally everywhere. Okay, so this one is Lululemon. Honestly, do not get most of my workout tops from Lululemon because they're very expensive. I really like Paragon, Gymshark, Built. I love all their tops. But in terms of like a lot of them that I get compliments on are literally from Forever 21 or like Amazon. Don't underestimate cheap workout tops because they get gross anyways. Knowing me, this sports bra is not going to be like super white and pretty for more than like a few months. You know what I mean? So I just fell in love with it, and I'm determined to keep it clean. But most of my tops I get from like Forever 21, H&M, Amazon. And Amazon, they're at your door in like a day, you know? I got a question. Okay, I always have to ask, love life update. Mine is non-existent, so I'm vicariously living through others. Same. No, honestly, like, I think this was in my last Q&A. This is how many men are in the picture right now. Honestly, like, part of it is just that I'm, like, so busy. I haven't had, like, I'm sure if someone came along who I felt, like, had really strong feelings for, and they proved that they were worth all of the time and effort that goes into a relationship, I would love that. There are times where I wish I had a boyfriend, someone to like talk to and just like be there. I've also never really been someone who like needs a boyfriend, and I would say right now I'm like so busy and so just like focused on myself and kind of in my own world that I just like don't have time. I don't want to say don't have time because like I said, I could make time, but I haven't put in the effort to like find someone. No one's come into my life where I'm like, oh my God, be my boyfriend. You know what I mean? So you guys would probably know if something happened. Like I'm really bad at hiding that kind of stuff. So yeah, no, your girl is single as a Pringle right now. Where am I dying to visit? There are so many places. I think I've answered this one in another Q&A too, but I'll say it again because it's a quick one. I really want to go to Australia, and I really want to go to Hawaii, and I really want to go to Europe because I've never been. So, probably first Europe because I just feel like that's somewhere like you need to go. You know, like I just want to go like for a few weeks and just like go to a bunch of places. What is my favorite food? Unhealthy and healthy. So, unhealthy? Okay. Like, one of my favorite food meals is sushi, but I feel like literally it's like rice and fish. Like, you know what I mean? Like, there's like the whole baked rolls and stuff. That would probably be one. Otherwise, it would be like burger and sweet potatoes, or just like a big ass Pizookie. Like, oh my God. Okay, I'm drooling just thinking about it. Healthy food would probably be either my like cream of rice with egg or my rice beef and egg. Like, there's just something about a runny egg on rice that is too freaking delicious. Tips on growing your social media and receiving organic followers. So again, I could make a whole video on this, but I know a lot of people make videos on this, so I kind of don't want to waste my time. So we're gonna just quickly, one thing I would say, just be consistent. Try to post at least once a day. Again, don't just throw up some like bullshit post, but the more you get your posts out there, the better. Second, engage with other people. So whether I need to be better about this, I've been really bad about it recently, but comment on other people's pictures, slide into DMs, you know what I mean? Like, just engage with other people, because then they will engage with you. And third is just be you. I can't tell you how many people I've unfollowed because they just post generic shit that everyone posts. And I'm like, first of all, this doesn't sound genuine. Second of all, I've read this same freaking caption 10,000 times. And again, there's probably 10 more things I could name, but it's just try. Your pictures could all be selfies. You don't need like fancy photo shoot pictures or someone to take your pictures for you. You don't need a million workout videos or anything like that. But what you do need is like somewhat aesthetic pictures. So people aren't gonna, like, for me, if I'm scrolling, I'm not gonna like go click on, like, probably double tap just like a gray like shadow of someone. You know what I mean? Like, you want to actually see the person. So try, like, if you can, to get good pictures and good lighting, like adjust the lighting and like even just the Instagram app. Like, sometimes, like, most of the time, just edit my pictures through the freaking Instagram app. You don't need anything fancy for that. But just post like aesthetic pictures, you know what I mean? And make sure the lighting's good, there's color, all that kind of thing. Have you in the picture. Like, if you're a food account and you post food, like, those are, so I always double tap those. But the pictures of you, make sure it's like you and not just a tiny you in like a huge background, because those typically do better. Those would be my tips. Yes, Lex, you agree? Okay. Favorite thing to do outside of lifting and working out? This is a really good question because I need to make myself do more of these things. So for me, I love, like, I don't love shopping, but I love kind of like poking in stores for like my version of shopping is like going into Lululemon or like Urban or like one store for like 20 minutes. Really, really like doing that. I do really like to read. So I want to read some more. Right now I've honestly just been doing a lot of like work and business stuff. But I love trying out new restaurants. I love just like doing random shit with my friends. Like like I said, I'm a big people person. So for me, I don't get to see my friends that often. So whenever I have free time, I love to like do something with someone. If you were an animal, what would you be and why? From Katie Surfs. And I actually posted this question in our team Facebook group this week. I ask like a question every week, and sometimes they're actually serious, but sometimes they're just like this one. And so I actually have been thinking about this, and this is gonna be a weird answer because there's a big difference between like my favorite animal, which would be giraffes and elephants, and what I would be. So I think I would be a deer, which sounds weird. If you don't know if you don't live in the Midwest, you're probably like, what the actual fuck is she talking about? But they are just like super like fast and energetic at times. But if you see them and they're just like chilling, like eating grass or whatever they do, they are like the most calm, peaceful animals ever. And so for me, I think I am super go, go, go. You guys know I'm like very bubbly and energetic and like I'm always doing a million things, which is a blessing and a curse. But I also do need time like to myself to just chill. And so I think deer, like they travel in packs, but they kind of like go off on their own every once in a while and just like chill and eat the grass. And so that's kind of like, I don't know how I thought of that. Maybe, I don't know. But I think I could be a deer. I mean, I'm sure I could make myself into any animal, but that was like a weird one that came to mind. Next one from my client Anna was, what's your favorite childhood memory? There's a puppy right here. And mine, okay, so growing up, we always used to grill in the summer. Like my family, we would grill just like chicken, steak, vegetables, whatever, every weekend. And then we lived, or we still do, my family does, on Lake Michigan. So then my dad and brother and I, my sister was like a little chicken, so she would never do it. My mom wouldn't either. But we would go down to the lake like when it was dark and the beach was closed and stuff and go swim. Or we just kind of like jumped in because the lake never gets warm. But that was super, super fun. If I was president, what would the first thing I'd do be? Honestly, this is probably like, people probably have like very different answers, but first thing that comes to my mind is like fix the whole health insurance issue. Because I think for me, being type 1 diabetic, I need health insurance and like very good health insurance. Otherwise I will die if I don't have my insulin. And if I pay out of pocket for my insulin, I'm guessing it would be like thousands and thousands of dollars every month. Along with like the doctor visits and all that stuff that I need. And so being like an entrepreneur and someone who works for themselves, obviously I don't get health insurance, and I'm lucky right now that I can still be on my parents for a little bit longer, but I just think it's a huge issue for entrepreneurs, people who are self-employed, and just like the greater population of America in general. I'm just not a fan of the healthcare system right now. And it's something that's honestly very scary and that prevented me from leaving my job for a really long time, actually, was the fact that I need health insurance, which is really freaking sad. Would you rather live for a week in the past or in the future? Definitely the future. I think it'd be cool to go like 5 years in the future, even a year, because I look at how much shit has changed for me in a year. A year ago, guys, I was in my old apartment in college. Like, that's freaking crazy to me. But I think it'd be really cool to go like a year or 5 years in the future and see. I don't really, like, there's things in the past I'm like, damn, I wish I approached that differently, but at the end of the day, I don't, because I am where I am today because of all the decisions and things that have happened in the past, right? So there, I wouldn't really want to go live in the past. I don't know. Last question. What advice would I give my past self? So I know in the last video I kind of answered what I wish I knew at the beginning of my fitness journey. And I feel like this is kind of similar, but I'm just gonna throw out a different answer. So I would tell my past self that my gut is usually right. I think I've spent so much time, and I'm still something I'm working on, but trying to please other people and trying to live my life according to other people's standards, or even take what other people wanted me to do and trying to make it like more Lexi versus just doing what Lexi wanted to do. And I'm not saying that I can spend my day however I want to, like do it, like loving every piece of it. But I think in terms of like opportunities that come your way, they should either be a hell yes or a no. End of story. If your heart isn't 100% in it, if your gut isn't in it, why would you do it, right? Obviously, like, you need to have logic behind that, but I think also just like in general, I think we all are, or a lot of us are people pleasers, and we want to do what other people will make other people happy, or sometimes we don't know what we want to do, so we just do what other people tell us to do. Even though my path has taken a million twists and turns, the fact that I've been following just like what my gut and my heart tell me, whether that was taking the job out of college, not necessarily that offered the most money, but that I wanted, like it led me here, which led me to deciding I really didn't like my job and I was much more fulfilled, and I was able to make a career out of coaching and stuff, which led me to wanting to further my education, all that kind of stuff. So I think like it's okay to take a million twists and turns, but make it because it's what you want to do and because it's what your heart's telling you. And yes, take input from other people, but don't do shit just because it's what makes other people happy. That was kind of a very like whatever answer, but that's that. I am sure I didn't get to all of them. I just kind of answered the ones that really stuck out to me, but I will definitely do more Q&As. I love doing these because I love answering like questions that you guys actually want to know. It's helpful for me, and I think that these did give me a lot of video ideas, so that's awesome. But I hope you guys liked the video. Thank you for hanging out with me because I'm sure it was really long. I already know. And yeah, leave video suggestions below, comment or like, subscribe, all that fun stuff, and I'll see you guys in the next one.